Hello and welcome to Kirkistown for another round of the Britcover BRSCC National Formula Ford Championship. Coming into the round, Luke Williams leads the table, followed by Neil McLennan and then Luke Cooper. Qualifying's just finished and there's drama already, so let's head down to the garages to find out what happened. And here we are down in the Cooper garage with Luke Cooper, currently third in the championship, but the qualifying went better than you thought.
Yeah, it was a very difficult qualifying session. There's a lot of cars out there, so trying to get some clear space out there wasn't easy at all. There was lots of people backing off to try and get a tow, so I was quite surprised to actually be fifth because I didn't feel like I got that many good laps in at all. So.
Yeah, and Luke Williams, currently leading the championship, went out during qualifying. He's got to change his engine before the race starts. And with Neil McLennan behind you on the grid, it's looking good for points for you.
It's looking good for points, yes. James is obviously on pole, so he's behind me in the championship, so he's going to be looking to get a lot of points here. But at the moment, it's looking quite good, but it can all change in the races.
Can do, and it's a new place for everybody here at Kirkistown. Very fast and hectic. Talk us through it.
Yeah, well, it's a really fast-flowing track. It's a lot down to keeping the momentum up, and the chicane on the other side of the track is all about carrying the speed through there. So it's actually really fun to drive.
Well, good luck, Luke.
Thank you very much.
And with that, Scott, it's going to be one hell of a race. Over to you.
Thanks, Anthony. Here is the grid for the first race of the weekend here at Kirkistown for the National Formula Fords. James Rowe Jr. and Jordan Dempsey on the front row, alongside Keith Donegan and Jamie Thorburn on row 2. Then Luke Cooper and Neil McLennan, Josh Smith and Luke Williams 8th after his engine change. Matt Rangarino and Michael Eastwell complete the top 10 ahead of post-89 poleman John Ferguson and James Scott Murphy. Then David MacArthur, Noel Robinson, Tom MacArthur and Andrew Blair on pre-90 pole. Then Ben Palavoda and Ryan Campbell ahead of James E. Hagan and Miles Griffiths. Then Nicky Gibson and Ashley McCullough, Mark De Rosario and Ian McCullough. And watch for Ross Martin, 25th on the back row of the grid. He'll start alongside Ivor Mayers in the pre-90 Reynard FF84. So 26 cars, 15 minutes of action, the first visit ever for the National Formula Fords in Northern Ireland. Let's see what kind of a show they can put on. Red lights up, red lights out, and we are racing in Kirkistown. Good start for the first few rows as they charge off the line. Slots in behind Josh Smith, picking up towards the very fast left-hander at Gettys Dip. There's a flat-out kink at racing speeds. And now the field charges towards the complex at Colonials. They charge in 2, 3 abreast. They're piling into the complex. It's a double apex right-hander followed by a left-handed kink. There's Ian McCullough towards the back of the field. And here is Jamie Thorburn, P4 off the start. And behind Luke Cooper, heading into Fisherman's, the long right-hander. Little twitch of oversteer as they're battling behind for position. Out of Fisherman's, using the curb on the exit, and now down towards the chicane. We saw Luke Cooper describing this as a complex where you need to carry so much speed and so much momentum as they turn their way through. And look at the train of Formula Fords, what a sight. As they head onto the back straight now, on board with Jordan Dempsey. He's charging behind James Rowe Jr., pointing at him to say, go quicker. And they know they've got to try and draw away, because if they can work together, they can pull away from the chasing pack. It's the hairpin, side by side for third place. Jamie Thorburn alongside Luke Cooper. Edges him out a little bit wide, but gives him enough room to hold on. Cooper down to 4th, Thorburn up to 3rd. Now this is Neil McLennan, battling with Matt Rangarino, side by side across the line. That's number P6. And he's watching Josh Smith attack Luke Cooper for 4. They're all over each other back into the complex for the second time. Thorburn 3rd, side by side for 5th now, as Smith is now attacking McLennan, who himself is trying to put one over Luke Cooper. This is McLennan's view. Look at his mirror. There's Josh Smith. Directly ahead of him, that is Luke Cooper. Turning their way through Fisherman's again. Little twitch of oversteer, but these cars handle it pretty well. They've been set up beautifully. And they really do know how to handle this 1.5 mile circuit as they turn their way out of the chicane, onto the back straight again. This is the view from Jordan Dempsey again. In the slipstream of James Rowe Jr. Getting a little bit closer than he was this time. To the hairpin again, looking to the outside, putting himself in Rowe Jr.'s mirrors, just reminding him he's still there at this point in time, in these early stages. Out to the hairpin, it's still Thorburn 3rd, Cooper 4th, McLennan 5th. Then in 6th place looks to be Josh Smith, back aboard with Jordan Dempsey, who's in the slipstream. Up towards Gettys Dip, the flat out left-handed kick. How close can he get? He's got Thorburn for company now. Dempsey puts himself to the inside, but he knows the move's not going to be on this time. Thorburn now thinking about a move for second place. He's managed to catch up and take advantage of the fact that Dempsey was considering a move. Can't get it done. Dempsey a little bit wide on the apex of Fisherman's. He's lost the car. Up the inside goes Jamie Thorburn, and that's up to P2. That was a crucial move. And I think maybe either Dempsey just couldn't turn in quick enough, turned in too early. The back end stepped out a little bit by the looks of things. Understeered wide, and Thorburn took full advantage. So out of the chicane. onto the back straight for the third time in the slipstream. It's still Rojima that leads, but it's now Thorburn in second place. And behind him, look, there's Michael Eastwell in the white and red number 92, battling with Matt Garrido in the 27. That looks to be over 7th position. Out of the hairpin, onto the pit straight again. McLennan now is under attack from Josh Smith behind him, back up to Jordan Dempsey. In the slipstream, he's getting closer to Udeta's ditch, but it's 2 wheels onto the grass. Looking for a way up the inside, can't find it yet, slots back on behind the number 50. Young Jamie Thorburn finally getting a little bit of luck now, because he's had 1 or 2 issues with either reliability or incidents he's been involved in. So far it looks as though he's turning a corner now, and Kirkistown seems to be the starting point of a good run of form. Let's see if he can keep it up. Here's the chicane, Thorburn in P2, then Dempsey, Cooper, McLennan and Josh Smith, and Michael Eastwell has managed to hold on ahead of Matt Garrido. Down towards the hairpin again. This time Thorburn going defensive. Dempsey goes one way, then the other, dives up the inside for second place. Late on the brakes into the hairpin. Thorburn will try the cutback, but Dempsey has got it done just about. Thorburn comes back on the exit, but I think the exit off the corner has given Dempsey the place. Yes, it has. Down the pit straight. It's now Cooper attacking McLennan. That's McLennan now pointing to the car behind. He's saying go to left, because I'm going right up the inside of Cooper. Up the inside, he's almost lost the car as he comes up towards Colonials, and he's through. Brilliant pass from Neil McLennan. He almost lost it there down towards the braking zone at Colonials, but somehow McLennan got it anchored up, stuck one up the inside of Luke Cooper, and away he goes. So McLennan up to P4 now. There's yellow flags on the exit of the corner. I think that was for Matt Garrido's car that's gone off. That's a shame. Had a good start in the early laps, but now McLennan's got bigger things to deal with now. He's on the back of his teammate Jamie Thorburn in the slipstream. Is he going to go for an attack here and get third place? He's up towards the hairpin now. Rowe Jr. still leads. Dempsey in second place. McLennan looks one way, then the other. Up the inside into the hairpin. He's going for it. Under brakes, up the inside of his teammate. And he covers the line, and McLennan's got it done. So a super lap from Neil McLennan. 2 corners, or 2 cars I should say, in the space of 1 lap. But Thorburn's not done yet, because here comes Jamie Thorburn down the straight off towards Debtor's Dip. Looks to the outside. Cooper also attacking him on his inside towards Colonials. Josh Smith is there too, and there goes Josh Smith up the inside of Cooper. What a fantastic sequence of laps we've had in these opening laps of this first race of the weekend at Kirkistown. And it's not over yet, so they've got plenty to go here. Exit the corner, a little wide for McLennan. Thorburn keeping close, it's not done yet. And it's Smith, then Cooper. Then Michael Eastwell, he's broken away from the cars behind. He's trying to tag onto the back of this 5-car train. McLennan looking forwards, he can see Jordan Dempsey in the distance. Right now he's looking in his mirrors, as here comes Thorburn again. Tasting his own medicine, up the inside into the hairpin. And Thorburn says, if you don't mind, Neil, I'll take my third place back if you don't mind. Up the outside again. McLennan trying to attack once more, in the slipstream of his teammate once more. Now is this team tactics trying to work together, or are they simply just purely racing? That was happening. I think it's giving Cliff Dempsey heart palpitations looking at this. Anyway, McLennan up the outside. Let's try and make him, he's pointing to Thorburn saying, come on, let's go. Let's stop the fighting, and let's quickly work together to try and catch up with Dempsey and Rowe Jr. And he's right, because the harder they fight each other, the easier it is for the 2 cars in front of them to start making a break and pull away. They have to start working together, otherwise they're going to constantly lose ground and eventually lose positions and lose the opportunity to try and make a move and score a first or second place. So back down the back straight again, out of the chicane, down towards the hairpin. Is it going to be a third time that these Cliff Dempsey cars swap positions? McLennan thinks about it, goes left then right, jinks up the inside into the hairpin, and he has got himself alongside. He just edges Thorburn a little bit wide. McLennan's got it done. So in the space of 3 laps, the Cliff Dempsey cars have changed places 3 times. Once again, Thorburn pointing, they seem to be more focused on pointing to each other and taking their hands off the wheel and actually driving the race and catching up. But even so, that's the only way you can communicate without any pit-to-car radios or interacting with each other. It seems to be that hand signals the way they can effectively communicate. They have to keep on working in the slipstream. Through Fisherman's. Look how the Skies are looming over here at Kirkistown. There's black clouds overhead. There's some sunshine poking through. But looking rather ominous here at the Northern Ireland circuit. It's only a mile and a half long. But that's all you need. A mile and a half and produces superb efforts. Now, McLennan knows he's going to have to be under attack again. He goes to the inside. Thorburn for the 4th time goes wheel to wheel with his teammate into the hairpin. Looks to the outside. He wasn't far enough alongside to try and hold it there, so he looks for the cutback. McLennan's got the line he needs. And they're going to have to be careful because Luke Cooper and Josh Smith are there and they will attack if they get any sniff of an opportunity. Back to McLennan. And that car in front, that is Jordan Dempsey. They're both trying to close in on the top 2 in front, and they're not in touching distance, but they're just there. You can see them in front, and that's agonising for a driver. When you can see the car you're chasing, but you just can't get closer. Meanwhile, back for 8th position, this action station's back here. We've got James Scott Murphy battling with the MacArthur brothers. John Ferguson in the 7, he's leading the Club and Post 89 group. And also Ross Martin at the back of that queue, number 11. Remember, he started in 25th place on the grid, and he's up to 12th now, so he's picked off almost half the field and trying to close in to score at least a top 10 finish. There he is, number 11. The back of this queue, out of the chicane, onto the pit back straight towards the hairpin. There's our leaders, keeping in line astern. Here comes our fight for 8th, headed by James Scott Murphy, the black and blue number 46. Behind him is David MacArthur in 15th. Number 17 is Tom MacArthur, attacking the blue number 7 of John Ferguson in the Kevin Mills repaired Spectrum. Superb effort from John to be battling with the pro drivers. Meanwhile, back to the 3rd, it's still going on between McLennan and Thorburn, and again, they're just not taking care of the fact that if they carry on scrapping amongst each other, that both Cooper and Smith will find an opportunity and they will pounce on it. Through the right-hander of Fisherman's, keeping tight to the apex. Over the curve on the exit, up towards the chicane. Over the curves, right, then left. Using all the curve on the exit. Here's our scrap for 8th again. Scott Murphy leading the 4 cars behind a merry dance. Into the complex they go. Now, Tom MacArthur has dropped away ever so slightly from John Ferguson. His brother David, we ride on board with now, in the toe of James Scott Murphy, down towards the hairpin. Thinking about a move. Darts out to the inside, puts himself in Scott Murphy's mirrors. There goes Ross Martin, and up the inside comes Tom MacArthur under brakes. Tom in the stick, and he's gone straight on. Tom MacArthur goes straight on the hairpin. He drops behind both Ferguson and also Ross Martin. As we go back to our 3rd place, who are still going at it hammer and tongs. This battle is not letting up at all. It's fantastic. Cooper and Smith must be sat there thinking, just carry on, boys. You make one small slip up and we'll both have a pair of you. Into the right-hander at Fisherman's again. We've got Ivan Mayers in the Club Pre-90 Reynard in front of them. It's about to be lapped. He's already been passed by the leaders, Rowe Jr. and Dempsey, who are just up the road there. And Ivan Mayers smartly gets out of the way, obeying the blue flags. That's clever driving from Ivan. Well done. Keeping out of the way of the leaders. There's Rowe Jr., then Dempsey. Here's Cooper going to the outside of Thorburn. That's for 4th position. Looks to the outside, but now has to be careful on the inside because here comes Josh Smith to make a move. He's staying close. And also so is Eastwell. He's keeping the mix. Now that's a driving standards flag. Now, for whom we don't know, because unfortunately the board was facing away from the camera, we can't see the numbers, but somebody has been given a warning for track limits. Is it one of these leaders here, I wonder? Into the complex at Colonial. The double apex right-hander. Then the flick through the left-hand kink. Back up towards Fisherman's again. Here's Thorburn. Staring at the back of his teammate, Neil McLennan. Working away at the wheel of his Ray. Swift Cooper behind, the Furman chassis in the mix of Josh Smith, and then the Spectrum of Michael Eastwell. This is superb. 4 different chassis manufacturers in this 5-car battle. McLennan continuing to head the group, again having to go defensive to the inside line because he knows Thorburn will come if he's got an opportunity. To the right-hander at the hairpin, tucking right, letting the car run wide on the exit. Cooper staying close, so is Smith. It's like a high-speed chess game, this battle of the 3rd. No one looking to move an inch. And then the slightest whiff of an opportunity and they'll take it. Dempsey's closing back into second place on Rowe Jr. Back into the hairpin they come again at Colonial. And Still no let up, still no movement from these five as they continue to size each other up. There has to be a breaking point here. There has to be someone looking to make a move. Thorburn going on the attack again, but McLennan, who we go back on board with, staying cool, staying firm in third position. Back into the chicane again. There's Luke Cooper. Taking a couple of wins this year. He knows how to hit the top step. Might not be today, but a third place finish could be on the cards if he can overhaul the Cliff Dempsey pair in front of him. And again, you can see McLennan's not comfortable holding the racing line on the outside. Thorburn goes again to the outside line towards the hairpin. He's far enough alongside, they almost touch. Now they've got out of shot. Did Thorburn get through, or did McLennan stay in front? And McLennan holds third. So nothing doing yet with Thorburn, but you can really sense he wants it. Now that's a single digit car that's getting a black and white flag. And that's either James Rowe Jr., Luke Cooper, Josh Smith or John Ferguson. One of those four drivers is getting a black and white flag for driving standards. Either that or track limits. I suspect it's the latter, because we haven't really seen any contact between anyone in this mix, so I suspect it's for not obeying the white lines on the edge of the track. Again, this is back into the complex. A little wide on the apex for McLennan. Grab it on the second part of the corner. Let's take a couple of bites of the apex there to really start to grab it. It's Cooper, Smith, Eastwell. This is over 5th, 6th and 7th, using all the curb on the exit. And that's the reason why they're getting the driving standards flag. Not using all the curb and keeping within the white lines. Meanwhile, we haven't really spoken about this man, James Rowe Jr., who's just almost sailed away from the front, with Jordan Dempsey in tow a couple of seconds back. Across the line again. Up towards the kink at Debtors dip, and still it goes on for third because Thorburn closes back in again on teammate McLennan. But into the right-hander at Colonials they go. James Rowe Jr. has at least one victory to his name this season. He wants to add a second if he can hold on for the next couple of laps. There's the stranded car of Matt Rangarido, I'm afraid, the 27 there in the background up at Fisherman's. Way out of the way, thankfully. Good work from our Northern Irish marshals to clear that one up so quickly. It's the chicane again. Rowe Jr. looking pretty comfortable here. His compatriot and fellow countryman Jordan Dempsey keeping close. There's Mark de Rosario ahead of the 98 of Ian McCullough. Here come our leaders again, but it's like fight for third in the back. We've got to keep on looking at it because it really isn't letting up at all. Pit straight again comes James Rowe Jr. in the 2, the ex-Niall Murray Van Diemen chassis. Onto the pit straight, he gets the last lap board. One more tour of the 1.5 mile circuit at Kirkistown. The first and second look pretty set, but one of the fight for third, it looks anything but. And the fantastic five come across the line together. It's Neil McLennan ahead of Jamie Thorburn, then it's Luke Cooper, then Josh Smith, and then it's Michael Eastwell. They're going toe to toe for 6th. Eastwell to the outside of Smith, but that's not going to change hands, I don't think. Cooper a little wide on the apex of the first part of Colonials, comes back on the second. And up towards Fisherman's for the final time. Is there anything left for Jamie Thorburn? Can he possibly find any kind of opportunity to repass his teammate? Or is it going to be McLennan back on the podium again? Here's the battle for 6th. Smith and Eastwell still going at it right to the death as they head through the chicane for the final time. Onto the back straight. There is James Rowe Jr. who's heading up to the hairpin for the final time. What a superb drive. It'll be a light stuff line victory for the Irishman. Up at the final corner, onto the pit straight. What a fantastic race for the Irishman. It's a 1-2 as James Rowe Jr. wins race 1 at Kirkistown. Jordan Dempsey 2 seconds back in second place. And the charge for third is going to be won somehow by Neil McLennan, who just holds off his teammate Jamie Thorburn and Luke Cooper at the line. So Rowe Jr. wins, Dempsey in second place, then McLennan, Thorburn, then it's Josh Smith, Luke Cooper in the mix as well, Michael Eastwell, James Scott Murphy, Ross Martin and John Ferguson rally in the top 10. David McCarthy 11th, ahead of Luke Williams in 12th, then Andrew Blair who wins the pre-90 category, then Palavoda, Miles Griffiths and James Hagan, and the rest of the order heading down towards the final couple of finishes. It's a brilliant race here at Kirkistown, and the best part is that's 1 down, 2 more still to go.